What's up, you guys? Hey, it's Nick from recording class. Hey, I got something I got to share with you guys. This is the Huion 610 Pro, and I was out shopping for like MIDI keyboards, stuff like that. But as you guys know, I do the graphic design stuff, web design, video production. I mean, pretty much everything. And so one of the things that I found is that the MIDI controllers really were only for audio. And which is fine, I mean, but it's just one more piece of equipment that I have to have sitting and taking up space, on my desk and stuff like that. So right now, I just got my computer set up on my desk just to show you guys what this thing can do. But basically, the way this works is it's got a magnetic sensor in it, and it's got this little pen. And basically, I can use the pen just like a pointer, or just like a mouse, but it has a longer throw than the mouse does. So the nice part is that like I get this nice smooth motion, and my whole screen is right down here on the surface. But like, if I want to go to let's say the mix window, right? I can click on one of these faders and drag it up and down nice and smooth. I mean, with like pencil tip accuracy. You know what I mean? And so it gives you a little bit more control over what you're doing. Or like, if I open up like the Ozone plugin and I play around with just some of the settings in there, the slight minute movements, that the pen gives you, I mean, you can move it literally a sliver, and it gives you just so much control. And the nice part is that I can use it with audio, I can use it with video, I can use it with graphics, I can draw, like I can actually draw pictures completely freehand. So it gives you a lot more options than a MIDI controller, but it functions similar to a MIDI controller, just you don't have the faders here, you have the faders with your pen, and you just drag the pen where you need it. But it's so much more accurate and easy to use than a mouse. Because you have more control when you can rest your hand on something and get that light pen movement. I mean, you can literally just move this thing just a hair if you need to. If it's just that slight bit out of adjustment. One thing I really like is if you go to the edit window, right, and you can actually set up hotkeys. I haven't set them up yet, but you can. It's got these little number button or these numbers running across the top, and you can actually set it up to where you just tap that number and it automatically clicks something in whatever DAW or whatever software you're using it with. So that's really nice. It has these like 16 hotkeys on it. It also allows you to zoom and zoom out when you have the button set up to whatever your DAW is. And so if we go to the beginning of the timeline here, you got some audio. And like I can literally just select what I want. Let's say I wanted to delete it, right? Delete that chunk out. I want to add a fade or fade right here. I can lightly, minutely add the fade. It really just opens up a lot of functionality and stuff like that. You can group fade it. Select here and just do a bunch of fades to it and stuff like that. But it's functionality with this is so much better than using a mouse, and it's a lot cheaper than the MIDI controllers. This thing was $70, and you just get with the additional $15 for the little screen protector I put on here so it doesn't get scratched up. It'll make it last a little bit longer. But I mean, this thing is great. I haven't been able to put it down. Yesterday I spent 4.5 hours doing a bunch of work for GageMate on their catalog, and I literally could control everything with just this one little pen. And it's nice because you can hit the play button, or you can drag your windows around, and you don't have to be clicking, you don't have to alt click or anything like that. You can double click with the pen. It has the left click, so if you need to left click, you can left click right off of the pen with one hand. So the nice part is that, like, if you, let's say you're using the DAW and you're using like a mixing console, and let's say you're adjusting 2 tracks at one time, right? Like maybe one that's running to analog, and one that's running in the DAW, you can actually adjust both those tracks at the same time, no problem. Or if you're adjusting the EQ while moving a fader or something, your other hand is freed up, and you get, I mean, just total control. And like, you know, if you need to alt click something, you can just tap the alt button and click it, and it pinpoints. And the nice part is too is that with a mouse, you always have your pointer like in the same spot. So wherever the mouse is sitting, that's where your pointer is. So if you know this pad right here, and you know, okay, what I need to click on the play button, I can go right up to where the play button's at, and it automatically moves the arrow wherever I place it. So I can come in here and I'm right at the play button, or I come down here, I'm at the bottom corner. You know, I don't have to move the mouse all around. And this is a lot lighter than a mouse too. So with it being lighter, it's less fatigue and stuff like that, more accuracy, faster movements, and I will tell you right now, I will take this over a MIDI keyboard any day, just because I can use it in every single little project that I'm working with. This pen tablet comes in way handy. So that's the Huion 610 Pro. Make sure you get the Pro, because the 610 regular version has a battery that you have to replace inside the pen, whereas this one has just a USB charger. You plug it right into the back, plug it into the computer, and it just works great. So you guys should definitely, if you're thinking about getting a MIDI controller, look into this first and see what you think, and I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed with it.